Hello, ladies. This is Beverly with Beverly Hills Health and Wellness Coaching. How are you? So I want to pop in for a couple of minutes and share more with you. Been working on a series of health and wellness for women in menopause, and I have been talking about all things related to detoxing and taking care of our bodies during the stage of menopause. So if we haven't met formally before, my name is Beverly. I'm a certified health and wellness coach, and I work with women in the area of menopause to help them elegantly transform their body and lifestyles during this stage of their life in my holistic programs. And I offer those online and in group settings. So I wanted to share with you today about taking care of our bodies and moving. So it's 2022. We've just closed out 2021. Yay! So 2022 is here. So I actually have started to shift into another space of movement for my own body. I had been working with a personal trainer for weight training for many, many years. And during 2021, I was in a car accident. Somebody rear-ended me, and I had to go through some therapy, and I had to stop working out for a while, which was very difficult for me because I really enjoy weight training. It's one of those things that I can see my body changing, the tone. My muscle mass was like so great. But as life have it, there's opportunity to learn and grow. So one of the things that I did that really has been a blessing for me was I checked into some alternative ways of continuing my toning, but in a much more softer, gentler space. So there is something called Pilates. I don't know if you've ever heard about it, but Pilates was a way that a gentleman found to work with his clients that were immobile, maybe they were bedridden or chair bound, and he wanted them to have movement so they didn't just atrophy for the lack of being active. So he found ways for them to do small movements, and in those movements it was able to strengthen their muscles and allow them to gain some mobility and strength. And that's the thing about the Pilates. I've been in it now for I think about 6 months each. I've gone through a couple of instructors. That's the thing. People come, people go, so you have to adjust. So there's different styles and modalities of how Pilates is taught. So there are many classes that are available to women in menopause that is like Pilates for menopause. So I encourage you to check that out. So my particular class that I've been working with, this instructor, she's from Brazil, and she's gorgeous, and she's so sweet, has a lovely accent, and she spends time with me helping me to develop the form of stability, flexibility, and focusing on really small movements, but very gracefully, very fluidly. So if you get a chance, I encourage you to either stop by a Pilates studio and make arrangements to have an appointment to speak with somebody about going through a Pilates training course. I personally do it one-on-one because we're still in this situation of social distancing and concerns about, people being in groups. So I do it one-on-one with my instructor. Also, if you're not able to get out yet, there are Pilates that are available online. You can subscribe and take the class online, or just go to YouTube and Google a couple of courses so you can get an idea of what Pilates would be like for you. So this is something I want to encourage you to do, because as we get older, we don't need to stop moving. We need to continue the movement, but just be conscientious about how we move. So one of the things I want to share with you before we go is in addition to the movement, we have to take care of our bodies, eat right, and be conscientious about what we're putting into our body while we're moving. So I am running my 5-day detox. It's around the corner. The date is January the 24th through the 28th. I encourage you to join me for the 5-day detox. I am going to be doing a webinar on the 16th of January. You will have to register for that to participate. So I encourage you to go to my website, which is beverlyhillscoaching.com, and get all the information there. I look forward to seeing you there. Take care. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.